Hello my guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So it is no secret, I've been sharing it on my Instagram. If you follow me over there, or if you've watched a couple of my vlogs, you will know that I have had a few teeny tiny problems with my skin recently. Not ideal, but we move, it happens, you know, it's really common. So I'm just trying my very best to live life as I would normally. However, something that has definitely changed in my life since this, because of this, is how I do my makeup. It is really frustrating because not only is it kind of really red and blotchy, but it's also super kind of dry and flaky. And I know this is something that a lot of people struggle with, especially when it comes to makeup. I popped a question box over on my Instagram asking for tips and tricks that you guys use to tackle these kind of things, and I've put together a little compilation of my favorite tips and tricks that I have tried over the last few weeks that have definitely been an absolute lifesaver. If you also have this kind of trouble with your skin and you'd like to know how I personally tackle this issue, then make sure you keep watching. So you can probably see how my skin is looking right now. So it's very red, crusty, lots of pigmentation, and it's all kind of concentrated around my mouth area. So we've essentially got two things that we're going to tackle today. So we have obviously coverage, and then the other thing is also the dryness as well. It is very crusty and flaky, which I know is also a problem for dry skinned people. So this might also be a video for you guys as well. So let's go. First things first, you guessed it, the most important part of a routine like this is definitely skincare. So I'm going to start with that. So first things first, this was actually told to me by the beautiful Savannah. I'll pop her Instagram on screen. She's just the loveliest human on the planet. She has had some struggles with her skin previously, and she's told me that this is a game changer. So she said that exfoliating is key, but a physical exfoliator can also be quite damaging. So a chemical exfoliant is like 10 times better. What I use as kind of a compromise is this little guy. So I think I bought this from Primark, maybe a really long time ago, but you can find them online anywhere. So it's got these really soft rubber bristles, which makes it so gentle to exfoliate the areas, the problem areas, gets rid of a little bit of dry skin, just so you've got a little bit more of a smooth base to be working with. So Savannah actually recommended a chemical exfoliant rather than a physical exfoliant. So it's something like salicylic acid is chemical exfoliant, retinol, AHAs, BHAs, I believe they are all chemical exfoliants. I might be wrong, so I'm not a dermatologist. But this little guy is the Face Theory CeraC Pore Reducing Toner. So I'm just going to use him, just one little dab on my reusable cotton pad. I'm just going to go to town, not only in the problem areas, I use this all over my face. I don't like to kind of scrub too much. I don't want to kind of aggravate any part of my skin. So next step is you need a pretty heavy duty moisturizer because you want to get rid of all that dryness. So I have here again the Face Theory. I've realized that there is going to be a whole lot of Face Theory in this video, unintentionally, but I do actually have a discount code. So if you want to use BBL caps for 20% off, go ahead and use that. It would help me out a lot. But this is the Face Theory. It's actually a relaxing night cream, but it's very thick and it's got hyaluronic acid in it, which is amazing for dry skin. This is going to act as a primer as well, because obviously what a primer does is it helps makeup kind of stick to your face so that it doesn't budge. The other thing that Savannah recommended to me was that I use, I think she said, I can't remember whether she said squalene or squalane. I didn't actually know there was a difference before I got this bad boy. So this is squalane, which is anti-inflammatory. It has anti-inflammatory properties. This is the emoliating squalane from Face Theory. Because it is an oil, we don't need much at all. But that also just adds an element of kind of smoothing out any texture. I do like to let all these products sink into my face before I go in with any makeup. So I am actually going to do my eye makeup off camera before we go in with any skin makeup. I've just gone for a super subtle, soft pinky peachy eye. Right, onto the skin. We are nice and absorbed, very tacky. So the trick for applying makeup on top of your problem areas is a wet beauty blender. The reason this is because it just kind of helps melt the products into the skin when you're pressing it in. Also, the massive trick that a lot of people recommended to me on Instagram is less is more. That may mean not as much coverage, however, it's better than looking cakey and crusty, in my opinion. So somebody suggested instead of using a foundation to go in with a CC cream. They did recommend one, but it wasn't cruelty-free or vegan. So I opted for this one. This is by Madara, I believe is how you pronounce it. So it's organic skincare. This is amazing, this stuff. So it's hyaluronic, which if you remember me saying earlier, is really great for dry areas. Anti-pollution CC cream, and it's SPF 15. I got in the shade Light, can you see? So it holds its shape. The trick is thin layers, wait for it to dry, and then go in with another layer. That is one of the tips my followers gave to me. So I'm just gonna go in. And I'm not gonna take this all over my face. I'm literally just gonna pop this right around my mouth. In the meantime, I'm gonna go in with my ordinary high coverage foundation. This is in the shade 2.0N, and that is gonna go on the rest of my face. So essentially the rest of my face I'm gonna do completely normally. I think the trick to being happy with your makeup is knowing that your skin isn't gonna look perfect, but still kind of owning it, feeling confident. I know it's really difficult, but I think that's definitely something I've had to kind of learn over the last few weeks. But using the tips that my followers have given me has definitely, like, this is the best way that I have, you know, adapted to doing my makeup that has given me the best results. And now I've done the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with my Madara CC cream again. Layer 2. And then again, just while that is drying down, I'm just gonna go in with some concealer for under my eyes. This is definitely running out. This is the Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define in the shade C9. The last layer of this guy, I'm actually gonna put the tiniest, and when I say tiniest, like, I mean it, pump of my ordinary foundation in, just to add that tiny little bit extra. Now, it's really important to remember, do not powder down. As soon as you powder, you are adding that extra dryness back into your skin and you're just gonna go super crusty again. So that is literally all I am gonna do in this area. Literally it. Because if we start adding any more on, it's just gonna go tits up. So I am gonna go, whoa. I'm gonna go off camera and do the rest of my makeup, my bronzer, my brows, etc, and I will get back to you with the final look. Okay, and then the last thing we want to do before we finish is just make sure everything is just melted together. So this is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. So I'm just gonna... And then if you want to, you can always go in with a little bit of powder, you know, in areas that aren't necessarily dry and crusty. So for example, like I have gone under my eyes and on my forehead as well. That is totally fine. And this, my friends, is the finished look. I did just want to point out at the end of the video that beauty has absolutely nothing to do with how clear your skin is. And I think the sooner we all accept that, the sooner we will be happy, regardless of the state of our skin. I know it's much easier said than done. I'm definitely not naive to that. I have spent years battling with my skin and feeling, you know, that I am not beautiful, that I'm not pretty because of, you know, blemishes, etc. But it's a journey and one that I will happily come with you guys on. I will of course link all the products I use down below if you're interested. Don't forget I have a 20% discount code for all Face Theory skincare. So that is BBL caps. I think I will put it on screen. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that as well. And I will see you very soon for another video.